Well, let's go with the no dapple issue. Let's get divested from this thing because the Treaty of 1851 being broken, that means a lot to me. My family has Mohawk blood, and I definitely feel with my brothers and sisters that are standing out there at Standing Rock.
This is Karl Sipperly, son of Mayor Pete Sipperly, elected 14 times in a row, 28 years, mayor of Rhinebeck.
Ban fracking. And let's keep those barges off the river. But there's a lot of progressive stuff that needs to be done here now that the election has gone the way it has. Progressives have to start taking a stand. One thing is the xenophobia that's going around in the area. Another thing is the environmental movement. I was no fan of Hillary Clinton. I thought she was a bit of a sellout. So I was being polite. But I was all for Jill Stein. I don't want to see fracking.
That's 3 Jill Stein votes in the room.
And, water is life.
That's your 60 seconds. Hit it, JP. Go ahead.
Okay, look. We've got to get everything together here in the progressive movement. We have to make sure that people vote. 46% of the people in this election did not bother to vote, and now they're wondering why Donald Trump won. Duh. We've got to reject the economy of the Clintons. We've got to reject globalism. We've got to make a chance for American workers to get back to work. And if we don't pay attention to those folks, the Democratic Party will never be relevant again. That is an absolute imperative, that we take care of all those folks who don't have jobs, whose grandfathers were helped by FDR's New Deal.
That was, you see the rest of your time. That was JP Ferrara, owner and general proprietor of WHVW. We have the next Democratic County legislator from Pleasant Valley, Ranald Trevor Adams of the Dutchess County Progressive Action Alliance.
So, a lot of people are confused. A lot of people are scared. There's a lot of anxiety over the direction of our country. But there is also an opportunity here for progressives who are clever and ambitious. And that opportunity is to lead the Democrats going forward, to make plans, to organize war rooms, to strategize, to figure out how we're going to take back town boards, county legislatures, state legislatures. And people are looking for leadership, and progressives can and should provide it.
Bob Van Cleek, Equality Dorn, get up here. Bob of Rhinebeck in the Dutchess County Progressive Action Alliance.
Hello. I just want to reiterate my feelings about whining. Whining will do no good. I want to also reiterate what Maria Quackenbush of the Dutchess County Progressive Action Alliance has said. Let's get motivated, let's get together, and let's just do whatever we can. And part of that is the protests and everything else that was just mentioned. Thank you.
David John Heller, my parliamentarian, Sergeant at Arms, People's Republic of Berkeley, class of Rhinebeck High, 1981.
Yeah, so if Jill Stein had gotten, Donald Trump got like $1 billion worth of free airtime on the TV networks and the, news shows. If Jill Stein had gotten 1/10 of that, she would have won the election. And so what we need to do is, because she was clearly the best candidate out of the 4 that were in enough states to actually win, right? And so what we need to do as a group here, as a community...
We're launching a progressive newspaper. We got enough people here to do this. Are we going to do this?
We're going to get instant runoff voting, ranked choice voting passed in this county and then the state. And then we don't, there's no more of this fear factor. You can't vote for Jill Stein because you're going to get Trump elected. Forget it. Like, what we need to do is create a voting system that eliminates the fear factor, the lesser of two evils effect.
Instant runoff voting, ranked choice voting. Explain it, David.
Okay, it's where instead of just getting a vote, you get to rank your ballot. First choice, second choice, third choice. If no candidate gets over 50% of the vote, the candidate with the least votes is eliminated, and those second choices are redistributed to the remaining candidates. And that continues until somebody gets 50% plus one of the vote. And that way there's no reason to not vote for your favorite candidate. Because
And if you go to fairvote.org, you can learn more about that. Plus,
And eliminate the electoral college.
and I'll just say that, places where instant runoff voting is reality: Berkeley, Oakland, Cambridge, Massachusetts, Tacoma Park, Maryland, Telluride, Colorado. See, I did my homework, Dave. San Francisco, Maine. They just passed the referendum. Minneapolis, St. Paul, and Portland.
right, and I was the campaign coordinator for the Berkeley campaign.
And that was a successful campaign.
72.1% of the vote.